Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Knife for the Ladies, also known as Silent Sentence, also known as Jack the Ripper Goes West. It's got Jack Elam, the bug-eyed, cross-eyed Western dude, and then you've got Jeff Cooper from Circle of Iron, the Bruce Lee movie that was made after he died. This is going to be a Western horror giallo thingamabobber, and I'm giving it 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was pretty decent. It only gets a 4.5 out of 10 on IMDb. Only 270 votes. Not too many people know about this, but of course Adrian knew about it. He mentioned it to me. I thought it was okay. The posters. Warning. Where the Ripper slashes, grab your throats and pray. Hang him, shoot him, bury him. Nothing can stop the maniac and his bloodlust for ladies. Naked and dead. Pretty cool looking movie poster. I think I like the movie poster better than the movie. And it's got the groovy 1974 music and the cool plot twist ending. So it has its moments, but those moments are few and far between. Unfortunately, the buildup is very slow. It carries on much like a television movie almost, in that respect. Very boring for the most part. As other reviewers have said on IMDb. But like I said, the movie has its moments. I'm not saying it's a bad film in any way. It has its ups and downs. Cool. It's called a drama horror mystery. It doesn't even say Western on IMDb, but it takes place in the Western town with the town's grizzled sheriff, Jack Elam, and Jeff Cooper, the investigator. Okay, so there's a series of grisly knife murders involving prostitutes, much like Jack the Ripper. And it's happening in this Western town during the 19th century. The horse and buggy era. That's why it looks like a Western. Plus, it's got Jack Elam. So Jeff Cooper is the investigator. Jack Elam can't find the murderer. He's a somewhat incompetent sheriff. He hangs the wrong guy for murdering this Mexican woman. The nudity is all off camera, by the way. So nothing much going on there. But anyways, Jack Elam is the Barney Fife of this town. He's not giving people their due process, and he's just hanging them first, asking questions later. So he hangs this Mexican dude from a tree. The Mexican lady was presumed to be murdered by him, but he wasn't the actual murderer. So Jeff Cooper is on the trail looking for the real murderer. Once again, they they kill a bunch of guys who weren't involved with the murders. Um, at first, Jack Elam hates Jeff Cooper. They get into a fist brawl inside the sheriff's little jail cell there from Andy Griffith's show, Leftover Set. Anyways, um, they kiss and make up midway through the movie, or maybe 3/4 of the way through the movie, and they go after the wrong guys again. They end up shooting 3 guys who had absolutely nothing to do with the murders. And I have to admit, the ending is quite spectacular. Took me by surprise, actually. In hindsight, I could see how the events unfolding would lead up to that moment, but I guess it just wasn't smart to put 2 and 2 together to figure out who the murderer was. Just couldn't fit the pieces of the puzzle together. But anyways, halfway decent. I thought I was going to hate this, but the ending really caught me off guard. And like I said, it's got the groovy 1974 music, spaghetti western, North American giallo, basically, and yeah. There's an episode of Dead Man's Gun titled "The Ripper." Some TV show that has a similar kind of storyline, but I'm rating it a little bit higher than the IMDb reviewers, actually. And I think there are only 10 reviews total on here. Yep, 10 user reviews. That's it. So thanks for the tip, Adrian. I haven't received the Black Camel yet. You and I were chatting about that last night, Adrian. I guess it was daytime over there in Aussie land. But the mailman didn't come early today, or the mail person, I guess I should say, here in politically correct San Francisco. Anyways, I'm going to watch Riot on Sunset Strip next. And then finally I can get to Excessive Force for Karate Man later this week. I know he kept asking me about it, and I told him, well, it's way down there on the list. I got like 5 movies ahead of it. So, cool. I'm trying to get through these as quick as I can. I don't want to let down Mr. Karate Man. My stocks did pretty good today. I think they were up like 1.5%. And I sold some of my stocks today, so I can start prepaying some bills next week. I think I can prepay my son's life insurance for a whole year. It's only $10 a month times 12. That's $120. I only took out about $300 profit, and it wasn't technically profit per se, because I was taking up the overall profit and subtracting out the the stocks that weren't performing as well as the others. So I actually sold those stocks at a capital loss, and sort of mixing apples and oranges for to avoid Uncle Sam, the Monopoly man, taking it out of my taxes. Maybe one day I'll teach my son effective tax avoidance strategy.
Or I can just be a libertarian and then go fully anti-tax.
Yeah, we hate paying taxes, and so we try to avoid them as much as possible.
Just make taxes optional, bring back the gold standard.
Yeah, there you go. If you make taxes optional, I'm paying zero. Zip, nada. I'm not paying one red penny to those blood-sucking ghouls. Feed off the guts of the people.
Cooking out their own population. Power hungry thieves.
Greedy, greedy people who like to steal other people's money. That's what politicians do. Anyways, this one has the low rate rent sets, set pieces with mothballs. The Andy Griffith show recycled the Barney Fife jail cell. The Mexican cowboy and the old school British sheriff, Jackie Elam. I'm reading the user review. It's pretty good from Fighting Westerner on IMDb. 2 out of 3 people found this review helpful. So cool. I got all 3 alternate movie titles. I think I went through the storyline. I didn't want to spoil the ending and reveal the killer, but you can pretty much guess the killer from looking at the movie poster. I saw the movie poster and I didn't even realize to connect the dots. What's going on here? But even the movie poster doesn't tell you who the killer is. It just kind of gives somebody ancillary monster dude as the killer. But cool. It was all right. It wasn't cool or decent or spectacular, but I did enjoy the ending. I thought that was really good. Well done ending. I wish the rest of the movie was as enjoyable as the ending, but can't have everything. It's an exploitation flick. Knife for the ladies, but yeah, it's not a spaghetti western, but it looks like a spaghetti western. The cheap. Where did I see Canada? Here. Soundtracks: Evil Lady by Bobby Hart, Danny Jansen, and Dominic Frontier, sung by Michael Stoll. That's the groovy. Oh, actually, it's a U.S. movie. I stand corrected. It's filmed in Tucson, Arizona. My mistake. And it's Brian's Stun Pictures, which went out of business, I believe. Brian Stun Pictures. That's another thing I forgot to mention. Bryanston Distributing Company. Here we go. Active during the 70s. Company's first title was Deep Throat, which I have not seen. Had a $22,000 budget, generated 30 to 50 million in box office revenues. Well, that's quite a return on investments. They also did Flesh for Frankenstein, Dark Star, Return of the Dragon, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Coonskin, The Devil's Reign, and That's the Way of the World. Unfortunately, the sons of the Colombo crime family were the president and vice president, secretary, treasurer of Bryanston, and for Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they made a deal with the devil. In quotations, they signed a contract with Bryanston. They gave the cast and crew $8,100 to be divided amongst 20 cast and crew members. And the producers sued Bryanston, and Bryanston agreed to pay the filmmakers $500,000. But by then, the company had declared bankruptcy. In addition, there were some federal cases where 60 individuals and companies were indicted for conspiracy to distribute obscenity across state lines for Deep Throat. 1982, the Colombo crime family dude was convicted in Miami. 6 counts of interstate shipments of pornography. Was the target of a shooting that left him injured and his son dead. 1983, New Line Cinema acquired the distribution rights from Bryanston and gave the producers a larger share of the profits. So, anyways, I wanted to give you that background on Bryanston Distributing Company, since you probably didn't know. You wouldn't figure that out by reading up on. Oh, hey, Adrian, welcome back to the chat room. I was saying I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars. I thought the ending was good. Had the groovy 1974 music, and I actually gave the 2 alternate titles without as much effort as I was doing in my last video. But I didn't get the Black Camel. I know you were looking forward to that because Bela Lugosi and what's his name, the Renfield dude, the fly-eating dude. You know who I'm talking about, Renfield from Dracula, played by what's the name of that guy who played Renfield? The crazy Dracula dude. He is thought to suffer from delusions which compel him to eat living creatures in the hope of attaining their life force for himself. Kind of like those Japanese people who eat live octopus.
Mukbang. So that's what Chinese YouTubers who eat live octopus and stuff.
Oh yeah, Chinese YouTubers.
Probably from Taiwan because YouTube is banned in China.
Oh, it is. YouTube is banned in China,
Yeah,
but they allow TikTok.
because
TikTok is easier to control by the communists.
because TikTok is pro Democrat stuff and it's filled with Antifa propaganda.
Oh yeah, so it's controlled by the Bolsheviks, communists,
It's just complete.
and assorted Dem rats,
Yeah,
demon KKK rats. That's what my son calls Democrats. Pretty cool. He invented his own political label. But Renfield was played by Dwight Fry. That's the dude in the black camel that I was thinking about. I'm gonna go see if the mail came. Hopefully, I can start watching Black Camel. Otherwise, it's looks like I'm going to be watching another 1967 AIP flick called Riot on Sunset Strip. I'm not looking forward to that one. I'd rather see the Black Camel, know what I'm saying? Anyways, thanks for checking it out. Adrian Laters.